Imagine you're a personal trainer and it's been an intense, hot day at the gym. You are working with your 8th client of the day. You haven't had time to eat. You haven't had time to shower. And this client, brand new, but one of your best paying clients. So you're in there, he jumps on the bench press and you're spotting him and your crotch is right next to his head. What do you think he's gonna smell? Scenario number 2. You take a 5-hour road trip to your old college town. You're excited to hang out with your buddies. You guys are tailgating from noon till 4 o'clock. Then you go into the game and you watch your team put up a great fight but end up losing. You go to the bar that evening and it is all well now because you're talking to this beautiful girl who you're hoping something happens, but it's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning and you have been sweating like a river down there. And what's going to happen if you go back to her place? Scenario number 3, you work in a hot warehouse and you put in your 12-hour shift. Near the end of that shift, the business owner wants to recognize you in front of everyone in the company because you have just been doing a great job. He single-handedly points out to what you have built back there as the manager and the safety record, but he wants you to stand up in front of 200 people, receive a plaque, and you have been sweating your balls off. Do you feel in all of these scenarios that these gentlemen, that they are going to feel confident when it's time to perform, that they're going to feel great about themselves if they've got sweaty, if they've got irritated, if they have bad smelling balls? Guys, it's a serious question here and it needs to be addressed. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to find the perfect ball powder for you. Specifically, I'm going to talk about things that you need to avoid and why you need to avoid them. Guys, I tested 12 powders. Very non-scientific. I simply tried them over a period of about 24 days, about 2 times each, sometimes multiple times in a day. I found out which ones I thought performed the best, but there were certain things I looked for to avoid. Number 1, talc. Number 2, menthol. I went through and I'll show you why I eliminated other ones, but I found that the winner, Chassis, and I'm going to link to him right over here, was the winner because the founder designed it specifically for your testicles. He ended up creating an extreme cream for those of you that are really irritated. He's also got a primer which you can wash yourself in the shower and actually really soften up the hairs because he found that for a lot of guys was causing irritation. But what I love right here is the powder. So Chassis, was easily my number 1. And again, they did not have talc. They did not have menthol. So that right there separated from all. But if I were to, these 12 powders, lay them out here, I'm going to say immediately the first thing I avoided is talc. And so there's a company out there, I'm not going to say who, they're getting sued or they were sued for some pretty big money. Talc, and it is inconclusive. It is if it's associated with cancer, but many people still want to avoid it. And if something is companies are getting sued, and if it's kind of out there, I'm not going to be throwing talc on my testicles. So if it had talc, it was out. So immediately we had baby powders go away. We had this one, Imperial Lather. We had one that was designed for backsides. We had another one that was designed and had talc in it. We had another one these were all gone. All of them out. So 7 out of the 12 immediately eliminated because of talc. So we've got 5 left. And then so we're going over, this one actually has talc as well. And not only that, but it has menthol. So why do you want to avoid menthol? I started looking into a lot of what people are saying. Menthol doesn't really bother me in particular, but what I found is that many people who have sensitive skin, or if they've been using it for a while, or using a little bit larger dose, they found, oh wow, this stuff is really starting to burn. So if it's got menthol or something that is, let's say, a cool mint, I wanted to avoid. I don't want, as much as I just want my balls to be non-sweaty, non-irritated, and non-smelly. I don't necessarily need them to smell like a cool mint. So now we have 3, and then the remaining 2, these basically were for babies. They are talc free. They're all types of stuff free. They don't have menthol. They didn't have the other things, but they were designed for children, not for a man's testicles. Hence, what was left, what was standing at the top, Chassis. And guys, go check out the article. In the article, I give you the complete ranking of why I did it, and I link over to some of the studies and stuff I'm talking about. But I'd have to say, when it comes down to it, I love companies that specify, get specific, and then throw out everything that could possibly endanger my boys down there, and they take care of us. Guys, if you want another opinion, I'm going to link over to Aaron Marino's video. You guys know I love Aaron and what he does over there, but what I really like what Aaron did is he showed how the stuff in here is hydrophobic, and what that basically means is it repels water. It doesn't like water, which is great if you think about it. So when it comes down to it, gentlemen, the stories I talked about at the beginning, if you are put in a position where you're going to be sweating, and I know some of you guys sweat like a river down there, how is that going to affect your confidence? Because think about it, when you put on deodorant, you know, the big thing about it is they're not going to see you sweat. You're not going to have these huge sweat stains. Well, do you want to look like you peed yourself? Guys, that's what I think is really cool about this industry. Me personally, I don't have a huge sweating issue down there. I've also got a job that allows me to be in an office, but I know a lot of you guys, like I said, personal trainers, maybe you're outside working, maybe it is something that you've got to go in and out, you're living in a place like Houston, Texas, or down in Florida, and you just deal with this chafing. You don't want to worry about how you smell, about, you know, basically the odor and all the irritation. So guys, definitely go check out Chassis. Let me know down in the comments some of your best strategies for staying dry down there. I know some of you guys, maybe you're not powder guys, or maybe you've got a favorite powder and you just want to let me know, maybe it wasn't in my ranking, maybe I should go in and look at it and examine it. In any case, guys, definitely go check out Chassis, great company, and I was happy to meet the founder, really cool guy, and I love it when entrepreneurs zero in and focus on a specific problem. But in any case, guys, stay dry, and I'll see you in the next video.